everybody, this is Kristina with the K, and today I am trying out Seint makeup. Oh, can you read that? Oh, it would help if I had it flipped the right way, right? So the concept for Seint makeup is that it's 3D makeup. So basically what that means is you apply everything in one layer on your face and then you just blend it and go. You don't like put on foundation first and then layer everything on top of that. It's all one layer of makeup. I've seen a lot about it on Instagram and yeah, mostly Instagram, I guess. I've known people that sell it. Anyways, I had a friend that had like one of those parties or whatever, and I was like, well, this is the final push I needed to actually try it. I think it's such a cool concept because I've seen how quickly people do their makeup, and it seems like a great idea. And I am not a morning person at all, so if this could like change my makeup routine in the morning to more like 5 to 10 minutes rather than like 10 to 20 minutes, that would be really awesome. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to get out of this. So here's the little palettes, and they're magnetic. So you open up your palette. I got the 12 pan so that I could buy more colors if I wanted to, and I think it was like only $2 more than the 8 pan, and so that just seemed like a better deal. Anyways, so I got color matched by the rep, and then this is like my concealer, the foundation, which they call both of these highlight shades, and then that's my contour shade, and then I got baby watermelon for the blush and lip shade. And then these were optional. So those are like your 4 core ones. You're supposed to get, your concealer, your contour, your foundation color. And then I got 2 extras. I got bronzer, and this is the color Bella. And then I got an Illuminator, which is kind of like a highlight color. Candlelit? I can't remember. No, that's not right. That might be right. Anyways, I don't remember what color it got. But anyways, so everything comes in the little pans, and then it magnetizes to the bottom. Everything is cream. Yeah, I got everything cream. You can buy some of the illuminators in like powder shades, but I figured if I was gonna like go for the cream makeup, I would just do everything cream makeup. And you can also buy like setting powder, other stuff, and I don't actually sell this, so I'm probably being way too detailed in information. But I thought it'd be good to have kind of an unbiased opinion on how this is. So some of the things I'm concerned about are the coverage. So I typically like a full coverage face, like even if it's kind of like medium coverage, like I want it to cover my face. Um, so I'm worried about coverage because I just feel like the videos I've seen, they just put like very little on and then it just blends out and it looks amazing. So I am worried about coverage, like how it looks in real life versus the videos I've seen. So I might try and do like some wear tests throughout the day, maybe come back on camera and show you at the end of the day. So that's the biggest thing I'm worried about. The other thing I'm worried about is like blendability. So if once I put everything on, is it just gonna, once I start blending, is everything just gonna get muddy and not look like contoured the way it's supposed to look? So those are my 2 biggest concerns, and we'll see how it goes. I have my own setting powder here because I didn't buy theirs. I just felt like I had setting powder here at home and didn't need that. And they also suggested using their like makeup spray, like a setting spray. I didn't buy that either because I have setting spray at home. They said as long as you had a water-based setting spray and not a silicone-based setting spray, that you were good to go. And this one is water-based, not silicone-based, so we are good. Fun fact, if you didn't know, you're supposed to use primers. Like if you're gonna do, this has nothing to do with this. Well, it has a little to do with this makeup, but you're supposed to use primer, foundation, and setting spray that all are either water-based or silicone-based. Like if your foundation is pilling up or something weird is happening, like things just are not applying the way you think they should be, it could be because you're mixing the 2. So like the first ingredient in this is water, but how you can tell if something's silicone based, it'll end in like cone or ione or something like that. So you can just kind of take a quick read down your ingredients, and that'll tell you what you need to know from your foundation, your primer, and your setting spray. Again, not really anything to do with this, but if you're experiencing foundation problems, that may be part of the problem. Okay, so I've watched a few videos on how to apply it, and like the placement of where to apply everything, and honestly, I'm like more nervous than I should be to actually do this, but we're just gonna go for it. I've seen some people, oh, I did buy one of their brushes too, because it looked like super good quality, which it is. And I just thought it was cute. And I'm a sucker for a dual-ended brush. Like, I love when things have two sides. Anyways, so let's see here. I guess the only way to do it is to do it. So I'm going to start with contour. Oh, I forgot what I was saying. Some people apply it like with the brush and then on the face. And then I've seen some people do their fingers, which I'm sure is just not as sanitary, which is why I'm sure they don't necessarily suggest that. But I'm just thinking, like, if I use my brush, like with this contour shade, and then I'm trying to blend out like the concealer shade, like how is that gonna work? I don't know. So I may try both. For now, I'm gonna go in with my finger. So here we go. Start with the contour shade. Okay, here we go. And they say like a little goes a long way, so I'm like very nervous. I don't know why. I just feel like it's gonna look like trash, and then I'm gonna have to redo my makeup before I go anywhere. And I feel like there is probably a bit of like a learning curve, right? Like, if I don't really do good this round, maybe next time I do it, it'll get better. So contour is cool toned. It's one of the differences between contour and bronzer. So you want to put contour on the parts of your face that would create a natural shadow. So under the cheekbones, went a little too far on this side. Oh, it does just wipe off, so that's good. Wow, that's not even at all. Okay, hold that thought. Okay, so up here, under the cheekbones, under here, you can kind of give yourself a jawline. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with what they call the main highlight, which is your foundation shade. Oh, it's much creamier than the bronzer. So this one goes here, around your like beard area. Oh, it does apply easier with the brush. Definitely in the middle of the face. Oh, and this is the blush bronzer brush, so I didn't get their like main brush because I just didn't like that one as much, but maybe I should have. Again, I just figured I had enough brushes. Okay, now I'm taking the highlight shade, which is like concealer, down the nose. I guess I didn't quite technically do this right because there's some overlapping happening. Moral of the story, it should look like war paint at the end of this. Maybe I should go back into that one. Okay, and then at this point they start blending. Okay, here we go. Maybe I should have done some setting spray. saw someone else do that. Need to make sure it's all wet. Well, apparently I haven't used that setting spray in a while. That came out so weird. Okay, hope they didn't just ruin everything. Here we go, let me get closer. I was about to say, oh my god, I'm coming off literally yellow on the screen. I have very dark circles, so I was kind of worried about coverage as far as the concealer went. It seems to have done an okay job. And then the girl I saw took a beauty sponge and just kind of patted everything in. Okay, it looks pretty good. Couple things. I think I overblended, just like I thought I would, some of the contour. So, not looking quite as like snatched as I feel like I would had I done the regular thing. But I think this part all looks good. And it's kind of just the nose. And like this side looks okay. This side, maybe it looks okay too. I feel like this makeup is really hard to read on camera, like accurately. But you know what? I do have the bronzer, so I could always warm up the face still. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my blush shade, which is Baby Watermelon. And I'm wondering if I need to like put more on. Like I was so, like, especially contour, I was so scared. But I will say everything blended out like pretty nicely. I've used some things before to like contour and they dry. And then you're left with this just like big muddy mark. And so I think that's why I was worried. I think next time I realize that this is blendable, so I don't need to worry about that. Yeah, this is like a very watermelon-y blush. I like it though. I think it's cute. I think this is the blush side of the brush. Maybe this is the bronzer side of the brush. I'm not sure. I think it's blush. Why is it not going right there? Okay, and they say you can also put it on your lips. Yeah, this might be a little pink for lips. Let's see. They call it like, you can use your lip and cheek color. I mean, it's cute, I guess. Really need a lip liner though. I've gotten way too used to doing lip liner. Okay, now, so those are the videos I watched on. I've not watched really any videos on the Illuminator or the bronzer. So for the Illuminator, I'm just gonna tap it into some of the high points of my face. It would be great if they had a, let me show you, a mirror. They have got this mirror. It would be great if they also have one on the flip, so I didn't have to flip again. A little bit more of the Illuminator. Flip back to my mirror. The Illuminator is pretty subtle for maybe what I'm used to for highlighter, but it's cute. It's just not blingy, which is fine. I think use typically use pretty high intensity highlight formulas, so I think I'm just a little not as wowed by it, but it's cute and it's subtle. Okay, I'm just gonna take some of the bronzer. Let's see if I can just warm up the face a little bit. Oh yeah, that's much better. Wow, it's much better on camera. Let's see what it looks like in the mirror. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, just a little bit of warmth, I think is nice. Much better. I'm really shocked at how well this covered. I do have some pimples, which is a little bit abnormal for me. They're kind of on their last leg, and you can still see it. So there is that. Like it's not covering everything. And my bags under my eyes are not as covered as I would typically like. So I'm just gonna go in a little bit more and see if that does anything. Definitely feel like this is like natural looking makeup, if that makes sense. Like you're not gonna get like a full glam, you know, face cover up. It is cute. I think I could do this for work. I think I can manage. I'm gonna do a little bit of the bronzer shade for eyeshadow. And I think as I get more familiar with this, the better I will get at it, and maybe the faster I will get at it. Because I've seen some people do this in like 3 minutes, and I don't know how long this video is yet, but definitely longer than 3 minutes of me doing this. But again, this is the first time I've ever done it. So, okay, I'm gonna put on brows, which they do sell brow products, but I just didn't buy any. And then I'm gonna put on some mascara, and then we'll do final thoughts. Also, I'm gonna put on some face powder, but I'll do that on camera. Okay, taking a little bit of loose powder, and I'm gonna take a different brush from the one I used for all the creams, and I'm just gonna like lightly okay, I think I grabbed some of the mascara off my eye onto the brush. Proceed to wipe it on my face. Why does every video I do have an incident like this? Literally. Okay, let's try this again. I'm just gonna lightly dust my face with setting powder, because it are cream products, so I just want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to make sure that they wear. We are going out today. We'll be outside for a little while to do what they call feast in Boston. It's in the historic North End, which is known for its Italian food, and yeah, and it's gonna be like 80 something degrees, so I feel like this will be a good wear test. So I did some setting spray as well. got mascara under my eye and fixed it. What is nice, I will say, since these are cream products, I got mascara on my face. It was really easy to just kind of like wipe it off versus a full matte formula. Kind of have to rub it off and then try not to pull the makeup off and fix it and all that stuff. This was pretty easy to just wipe off. I don't know if you saw that, but kind of a good perk. There's definitely like some of my natural skin peeking through, which I don't mind. I'm just not necessarily used to, and I do think it looks really nice. I'm gonna pop up a picture in some different light so you can hopefully see what it looks like, and then I will come back at the end of the day to do a wear test. Okay, so this is my end of day check-in with the Seint IIID makeup. It looks pretty good still. So the only complaint I have is under my eyes. You can actually see it on the camera, which I'm shocked. It kind of settled into some fine lines, and it's like it's not really there anymore. Like it's kind of worn off. But I think that was because I took extra product at the end and went underneath. I don't think I should have done that. And I think I also, since I did that, should have set my under eyes better with powder. And I did not do that. So not really a huge complaint there. I think I just need to go lighter on product and then make sure I set my under eyes properly. And then above my eye, where I did the bronzer as shadow, you can see it's a little bit creased and it's like super shiny, but again, I did not set my eyes, so I think that is the problem there. So I just need to make sure I set everything properly the way it's supposed to be, and I think it will look great. Everything looks really good still. I thought of the phrase, and I can't remember whose like ad phrase this is, but it's like your skin but better. That's kind of how I feel about this makeup. Like it's not going to give you the full coverage. I mean, it's going to give you coverage, but it's not going to be like I can't see your skin through. Like you're going to see your skin, but just a little bit nicer, a little bit more contour, a little bit more depth, kind of all of that good stuff. And I will say this is a different lip color that I've used since I talked to you guys earlier. This is not the baby watermelon still. So I ended up using like a lip balm. So the color is a little bit different. But overall, I really liked this makeup. I think it went on pretty quickly. I think it's going to get better as I do it more, and it's going to be easier to do. I'm going to figure out kind of what works for me as far as placement, amount, all of that, but it held up really well. I'm actually pretty shocked because I typically lean towards matte formulas to make sure that things stick, and this held on pretty good. So, and I just feel, I don't want to say juicy, that's not the word. I feel moisturized, like I just don't feel dry. So, I don't know. It's good so far. So I highly encourage you to try it out if you've got someone that sells it. I was also thinking about doing this with just like my regular makeup, you know, putting like cream bronzer, cream contour, you know, just a touch of foundation, a touch of concealer in the places I want them, and blending it all together. So I was thinking about using this as a concept with my normal makeup as well. So I definitely would like to try that out one day because I think it's so cool. It's pretty innovative to do everything in one layer. And I think you just look a little less like cakey, if you will. But anyways, I highly encourage you to try. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you will like and subscribe if you are interested in seeing more videos. You can also, there's like a little bell button. You can click that and it'll basically just shoot you a notification whenever I do an upload. It'll say, hey, Kristina with the K uploaded a new video, right to your phone, so that way you don't miss anything. You don't have to check back. I'm also on Instagram at Kristina with the _K. If you want to follow along more in my day-to-day life, more day-to-day makeup, whatever we're doing at home, that type of stuff, the link is also below, so you can click that instead. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.